Red Panda Anthem.
Ian, what's up?
Red Panda Anthem.
Red Panda, what's good?
Red Panda Anthem.
Roland, we coming to you. You've unmuted yourself already. What's going on?
Guys, how y'all doing?
We good,
Great,
man.
how are you?
Good. Man, I'm excited because this is, I never thought I would get unmuted and be able to, share my opinion or even ask some questions. But, let me get right to it. So how about this? I got a strong $3,500, right? A strong $3,500. What would you suggest for me to invest in right now? Like I hear VOO, VTI, VUG, the Vanguard stocks and things like that, right? And also I'm looking, I know index stocks like QQQ, things like that. It's like I want to take that and that $3,500, that strong $3,500 to be meaningful, right? So what would you suggest as that? Like, that's my budget. That's what I got to work with. It's like, what would you suggest right off the gate? Like, you know what I mean?
You want to go, Troy? You want to go first? Troy, I can see you lit up. So
No, I know Shadi likes to talk about when people have the money. I know you got the financial strategy. You want to start there and then we'll go from there?
No, you know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, my strategy has always been find a strong base. And so the safest place for us, we always tell people, is like, if you don't know equities, right, then find an ETF, right? And so they just put it, so shout out to Jennifer, she just put a list of ETFs you can find. And so base it by sector, right? So like technology is something that we're very keen on and we know a lot about it. So technology was one of those sectors that we were interested in. We knew that semiconductors were going to be big, obviously, because everything in technology needs semiconductors. So that became an ETF that we were big on as well. Consumer discretionary was something that we were big on. We loved Amazon at the time. We didn't know Tesla was going to be part of it, but we knew consumer discretionary had some huge companies in there. So rather than investing them individually, we said, let's invest in them into an ETF. And so that's what we did. And we based our table over there. But that didn't mean that we didn't like individual stocks. We still loved Apple. We still loved Microsoft. AMD was a company that we still loved. Disney was something that I loved. And so I invested in that. And so I built my table very strongly on those core ETFs. And then I built on top of it. So that was my strategy. So when people ask me, what should they do with the 3,500? I'll say, like, let's split them down 25% in your ETFs. And then start there, and then you can build on top of that. That's what I would do. I guess everybody else can give their opinion as well.
Yeah.
regardless of how much money, if I had, let's say, if Buffett gave me $27 billion tomorrow, I would literally split it in four. VO, VTI, Apple, Microsoft. The formula that I talk about is the one that I use for me and my baby, my child Xander. So I want to make sure that the ones, now you can do triple Q, but you're going to have a high drawdown or you may lose more money. We always have to plan, because I know we always think, how can I take, but in this case, let's say 3,500 turns to 10 grand. We have to think, where can I put this 3,500 that I know it will never go down to 2,500? Mm-hmm. Start with the defense first. The thing to make Floyd the best boxer is his defense, not his punching power. Canelo, arguably, better puncher. Gervonta, you can argue, better brawler. Best defense is what makes the most money. Same thing in life. So where there's lawsuit, child support, divorce, most men end up losing their money on the downside of not protecting assets. So for me, it's always Apple, Microsoft. And I can't wait till Apple falls apart so I can come on here and say Apple no longer is good. I can't wait till Tim Cook retires. Cannot wait. So you guys can be like, oh shit, he really, I don't care. I'm agnostic about what I invest in. I just want to invest in, please write this down, the one that draws down the least and that has the best business model. Apple, if my life was on the line, the only three single companies I would invest in, Apple, Microsoft, and Google.
Okay.
Rest of them throw away. And everyone can argue there isn't a better fucking business on earth than Apple, Microsoft, or Google. And I don't care who you, Google in itself would destroy. If Google does a 10-1 split, oh, look at all the money that's going to leave everywhere. Even Tesla. Watch. So yes, do 4 across the board. Do 4 across the board and you'll be good if you want safety. And if I made you money, please put yes in chat to get his brother some confidence.
I heard that. Hey, I appreciate y'all guys, man. Hey, yo, and you know what? Let me say this before I be out. I've been putting people on and I've been forwarding everything to my friends. You know, my tennis buddies. I play. Me and my wife avid tennis players. All that
Amazing.
good stuff. You know what I mean? I've been forwarding all this to my friends, and every time it's like an epic show. Y'all give an epic show, so it's like every time I hear excitement, and my texts are blowing up. Like, yeah, I told y'all. So this is definitely something that I'm really excited about, man. I appreciate y'all guys, man.
I appreciate you, Roland.
Thank you.
I
Quick,
appreciate
quick question.
man.
You say you manage tennis players?
Well, we're avid. So,
avid. Okay.
Yeah. So like I'm truthfully, I'm out like 3-4, well, actually about 4 or 5 days a week playing tennis, man. I mean,
Okay.
and you know, that's to my wife, you know, God bless her, you know,
Incredible.
she got me out there, you know, shedding this weight off playing tennis and things like that. So, you know, and I'm from the hood. So, you know, I mean, that's some different stuff. So
What's the biggest lesson that you've learned from playing thus far that we can gain from you tonight?
It's all, well, how about this? Like, you know, listen to all the podcasts. Like I tune in every Monday and I'm actually an earner. So I actually joined last Thanksgiving when y'all had the discount, and you know, it's been uphill ever since. You know what I mean? It's like I'm, you know, my wife is giving me more love because she's seeing me studying and get my notebook out and things like that. So, you know, but I think just, you know, even being able to form a strategy like all of, so crazy enough, an interesting lesson that I saw from, you know, watching different podcasts and certain things that y'all talk about, like all this stuff works together. Like you know, I think y'all said one time that you are your social media, right? You these days you are your social media. So whatever you surround yourself with, because everybody is in their phones every single day. So if you are subscribing to like things that are helping you to get a better financial understanding, that's what's building your mind. And that's actually what's been going on with you guys. Like listen to you guys, but then also hearing different sources that are coming in. But even you, Ian, you saying that, you know, you can't kind of have everybody pumping stuff in your ear and listen to all these different things. And sometimes it's overwhelming, but you know, you got to have the mind state to be able to, you know, like tune into one specific or a few specific things and kind of ride those things out. And right. So, and that's what I've been doing. And, you know, it's been working out, but I think you all teach the same thing. It's like I hear the same thing every week, you know, whether it be from, you know, watching some of the top players like Vanguard and certain different things when it comes to charting and you know, watching those things. So it's like, that's what's actually helped me to benefit more, like understanding, being able to see you guys and understanding charting with my man, what's his name? Lawrence, was it Lawrence Eggleston?
Yeah, shout out to Lawrence.
You know, yeah, that was one epic episode that kind of sparked the whole interest with me, because everything was kind of like just information at first, but then when I'm able to put it into something where I can kind of see it happening right in front of my eyes and kind of see everything that y'all talking about and looking at it from the chart standpoint, that's what's benefited me the most, right? So
can I ask you a follow-up real quick? So let's say if I wanted to begin playing tennis tomorrow, like what top lesson would you give me or anybody in the audience who wants to start?
How about this? Look at it from a standpoint of how about this? Geometry, right? Geometry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want it to just go over your head, but it's all about angles, right? Mm-hmm. So even when you're stepping into hitting the ball, it's like you got to step into that ball and actually everything is moving the ball forward. So never step back. Always move to the ball forward. Even if it's coming at you fast, you got to move into the ball forward. And then at the same time, where you position your feet is all about where the ball is going to go. So, you know what I mean? So everything is from the bottom up. So everything is a situation where you're stepping in and you're feeling that basically you're stepping into the ground, and that inertia or however it is basically coming up from the bottom up. And it's like a protractor, right? A square and compass. So your head has to stay still. Your body has to actually meet that ball, and you have to turn your body to move forward and complete that shot. So it's like a low to high type of thing. So you're going low to high and spinning your body around. Forehand, you turn your shot, you turn your shoulders back in, you basically step into it and actually move forward to the motion of the ball. So that's, you know, even in that, as you ask that question, I'm thinking about it in terms of even investing too. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same.
get in low, you know what I mean, and basically ride that thing high, you know what I mean. So yeah, bro.
Yo, that was excellent right there. It's from a phys ed teacher. Like you literally just gave a shout out. They said the life and times of King Roland, the new movie.
Oh man, I appreciate that love. You know what I mean. I'm a low man on the total pole, but I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Where you from, Roland?
I'm from Virginia, man, but I live in Atlanta though. You know what I mean? I'm in East Point actually.
I bet.
Shout out to Atlanta.
Might see us on the courts, man. You never know.
Hey, look, definitely. And then whenever y'all come and do a Market Mondays here or whatever, I'm in the building for real.
My dog, appreciate you. Love is love.
Definitely gotta go to Atlanta. That's a fact.
Yeah.
There's some valuable lessons you guys. I'll share this with Stock Club. I'll share with you guys here. There's a Netflix series called The Playbook. Go look at the episode with Serena's coach that talks about mindset, and not like the boo-boo internet marketing mindset, but like championship level coaching on how to break through next levels. But even if you look at a court, there are certain places in which you have a lot more velocity when you are serving. Look at those areas as like load the boat. So if you could pull up a chart for where, let's say, Serena's career, where she's gained the most points, you can use that same calculation on a chart with Fibonacci to tell you where to load the boat. I know I went a little bit J Electronica, but maybe on Market Mondays Live, I can show you.
Shout out to J Elect.
Boy, different. I don't.
No, shout out to J Elect. Different. Written testimony.